Welcome to Susanna Foo Home Cooking. Today I will make a quinoa salad. It is light and slightly crunchy with a nutty taste, and it's also very healthy. In this recipe I will use half cup of quinoa, 1 cup of heirloom grape tomatoes, 1 small lemon zesty and juice, 2 fancy summer zucchini, tender, about 1 pound size, 2 to 3 ears of corns, prefer white corn, 1 shallot, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of fresh thyme, 1/4 cup of cilantro, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of white pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, fresh ground peppercorn, and 2 tablespoons of gin or vermouth. First, you bring water to a boil, then add the quinoa. Turn the heat to medium and cook for 15 minutes, stirring until the quinoa is open. Strain out the quinoa. Rinse it under the cold water. Press very hard until all the water is out. Let it dry completely, then move to a bowl. Dice the zucchini into small cubes, about 1/4 inch. Mix with salt to remove the water. After 15 minutes, press out all the water from the zucchini and move to a bowl. Mix with 1 teaspoon of oil. Then spread the zucchini on the baking sheets and roast the zucchini in the oven about 15 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees. Cut the corn kernels from the cup. Cut the shallots, garlic, and tomato. Heat 2 tablespoons oil in a medium pot. Add the shallots and the garlic and saute until soft. Turn the heat to medium-low. Add the vermouth, white pepper, peppercorn, salt, and thyme. And then stir in the quinoa for about 10 to 15 minutes. The quinoa will absorb all the flavor from the ingredient in the pan. Spoon the quinoa into a medium bowl to cool. In the same pan, add another tablespoon of oil and cook the corn kernel for about 10 to 15 minutes until the corn slightly charred. Then add the roasted zucchini and quinoa. Cook another 5 minutes and move to a serving bowl. Keep in the refrigerator until you are ready to serve. Before you're serving, you add in the tomato and fresh basil. I also like to add the roasted pine nuts to this dish to give a little sweet and crunchy flavor. To make this, I will add 1 cup of pine nuts. I rinse the pine nuts several times in cold water. Bring half cup of water to a bowl and mix into the sugar. Add the pine nuts and cook about 10 to 15 minutes, and the pine nuts will turn a little darker. Then you turn off the heat and let it set in the sugar water for 20 minutes and dry, and rinse the pine nuts under the cold water. Place the pine nuts in a bowl with 1 tablespoon oil. Then spread on a baking sheet and bake the pine nuts about 20 minutes at 275. Take the pine nuts out and let it cool and store in a jar, and you can use these pine nuts for many months. Sprinkle the pine nuts, a half cup to 1 cup of pine nuts, depending on how much you like it, onto the quinoa, and it really gives a quinoa a wonderful, buttery, nutty taste. You can serve this warm or you can serve cold. I hope you enjoyed this meal. You can always find the full recipe in the description below. Happy and healthy cooking. See you next time.